Our practice chose to report MIPS for 2017 through Regent for a couple of reasons. We had multiple options. First, you can do it directly through the CMS website. We also have a MIPS service through our EHR vendor, and we used them for the first part of 2017 until we were fully engaged with Regent. Once we had our mapping done with Regent, it became pretty obvious that that was the easier route with more valid data. It was just easier to follow. It was easier to look at ourselves. It was easier to select our own measures, and it was very time and money efficient to submit through Regent. So that's why we chose that route. Our experience with data review and mapping was relatively easy. We spent a fair amount of time with the FIG team and with the Regent team making sure that the data they were measuring was the data we thought we were entering. But it was really pretty easy, and they had been through the process multiple times with other EHR vendors and also with other users on the end, and they had a good understanding when I would tell them where to look for something. Where we're coding that information. They had a very good understanding of that, and it was relatively easy to help match the mapping with the data we were entering. One of the things that if you're searching by CPT code, you need to know where to look for that, under an order or under a procedure. Sometimes different providers will provide different services, and you need to know where that data is located in order to make the quality measures. But the process was relatively easy. It is very useful. It is time well invested to make sure that the FIG team and the Regent team know where to look for your data. And of course, once you've done that with one EHR platform, it seems to spread across other users on that same platform. Our customer service experience with the Regent and FIG team has been excellent. It's all done remotely, of course, and so we've never physically sat down with anyone, nor did we do it with our EHR vendor, but we did most things through email and phone calls, and that process was very efficient. I thought it was both time efficient and just efficient with regard to the process. You have to work with the team to make sure that they are looking for your data where you're putting it, or you're putting the data where they're looking for it. And that's just communication. The process was relatively easy. The Regent dashboard is one of the best parts about the program. You can log on and in real time see your data. It also allows you to scroll through the data and see where there may be some discrepancies in the measurement and what you feel that you're entering on a daily basis. It allows you to see which measures you're performing well on and which ones you have some deficiencies in. In our practice, we found that a lot of that was not a quality of care issue, but it was an inaccuracy of measurement, and that we had to just get together with the team to make sure that we were collecting the data appropriately. But the dashboard is a real-time tool that allows you to look where you stand at that date. It allows you to pick and refine your measurements, and it allows you to have a good anticipation of what your MIPS score is going to be. My advice for others using Regent, first of all, if you're selecting a EHR, if you're looking for a new EHR, it makes life easier if your EHR works well with Regent, which most of them progressively are, but some are better than others. So if you were selecting an EHR, that would be one consideration. Otherwise, again, I have to emphasize that physicians are going to have to begin learning how to code for quality and not just for reimbursement. And working with the team, working with your EHR vendor, working with the Regent to make sure that the data you're entering is being measured appropriately is part of it. And so my advice would be to work with your team. I think that the physician really needs to be a physician who's doing the work every day and who's doing the coding needs to be the quarterback of that team. Of course, your support staff can help as well. But I think you need a point man, a physician who is really engaged in the process. It just makes things a lot easier. Yes, we will be reporting MIPS 2018 through Regent and all subsequent years. As far as the value of Regent, the first tangible benefit I think people think of is MIPS, and that is certainly something that everyone is concerned about. However, it's important as a general otolaryngologist in private practice. It's important to remember that most patients are seen and treated in the community. And most community general otolaryngologists like myself are not publishing papers. We're not collecting data for scientific publications or studies. But the QCDRs and the data registries allow an abundance of data from real patients in the community to be gathered. And there's a tremendous amount of power in those data. So it allows physicians to collect data from their clinical practice that otherwise might not be seen. And there's an abundance of it available. I think it'll improve healthcare and it'll improve the quality that we're delivering for our patients. I would strongly encourage our members to join. It's available to all the members of the Academy, and it's relatively inexpensive relative to other options that we've looked at in our practice for data management. And I think it benefits our patients, it benefits our specialty, and allows us to show what really high quality care we're providing for our patients.